Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another live stream from Brisbane West Chamber of Commerce. While people are coming in, I thought, Brett, we'll have a quick chat about what you've been seeing around this topic in terms of yourselves as agile experts and your customers, about how COVID-19 has impacted them, and maybe you have some stories around companies being able to pivot around this crisis.
Yeah, sure, Ian. It's been very interesting to see how different organisations respond to the different to the situation that they find themselves in. Some organisations have really taken an approach of batten down the hatches. We really have to understand deeply what's going on and all of the risks associated with moving forward before we even take the first step. Whereas other organisations, let's say probably more agile organisations, recognise that stepping anyway is better than holding and not moving at all. Because as long as you are doing something, you're getting feedback and you're discovering what the right way to move forward is, as opposed to, and potentially what the wrong way to move forward is, but at least you know. And as soon as you find out that you're moving in the wrong direction, for example, you can turn around and go back the other way. Whilst you're doing nothing, that's a terrible place to be, because you're not learning anything. You're not discovering new information. You're not working out what are the rules, what are the new rules of the new game that we're now playing.
So are there any pivots that you can tell us about? Ian, are there good stories?
I think I would be divulging a bit too much. Or should I go into too much detail?
Yeah, so just high level.
There are some organisations that have certainly not taken any backward step with regards to the COVID-19 impact. There are some organisations that have actually really seen a great benefit in their business. I mean, you could quote Coles and Woolworths on that. I'm sure that they've never done better in terms of, especially sales of the whole panic buying stuff. I've noticed that there's even sort of build outs of, extensions on supermarkets, just because they're trying to cope with not just more sales, but a different form of sales. So I've seen supermarkets that have been purely bricks and mortar sort of locations suddenly start to build out pickup facilities for online ordering. And that's an innovation that's driven purely from the COVID-19 impact. Interestingly enough, probably would have come anyway at some point, but really accelerating, really being driven to happen right now. And those organisations, probably because they felt the security of the increased sale, have actually been able to say, you know what, let's invest in this right now. That's the shame of it, is that organisations that haven't necessarily felt that safety, that boost in their sales, have felt constrained. But the impact of not doing anything is that your competition maybe, and if you have competition that is a bit broader than you, and you haven't seen any sort of increase in sales or potentially positive response to COVID, and they have, even if it's just cross-pollinate or cross-subsidising this other business, and in that other business they are innovating, you may be left behind. And that's the real danger of paralysis in the face of a pandemic or in the face of a disaster, as opposed to proactive experimentation to work out what the next best thing to do is, and then actually taking action.